Yes, very good afternoon to all of you. So today I wanted to finish off set operations and also finish off the sequences. Okay, these two, and so these. So after these, I'd like to finish up today. So before going to take that, let me introduce you how to create a user. So first of all, you need to remember if you want to create a particular user, you do have these privilege to use to your user. Okay, so here I have entered into, let us see, so show user. So I have right now entered into one user, namely so Gopi. So that particular Gopi does have for this particular what do you call privilege must be there while we are trying to so use or create any kind of user, otherwise any kind of materialized view. Okay, either materialized view or user. If you want to create either of these two, so you need to have these privileges. Normal privileges will be so connection. Connect is one privilege to the specific user. Number one privilege is connect. Number two privilege will be resource, and number three privilege will be so DBA. Okay, normally if you consider any kind of user, all users might have so these two kind of privileges. So connection could be always used to take connect the user, something like this we would like to operate. So let me close this one once again, and let me open the same thing once again. So you could see enter your username. This is called as connection. Okay, if you want to connect to your user, so you have so connect privilege with you, and this connection privilege must be there with you, then only enter username. Here your username could be having some kind of connection, and it could be accepted to connect with your database, which is be there in our server. So that is the first point, that is the first point we would like to consider in terms of connect. Resource in the sense, we have been created so many resources up to as of this point. We have been created, so table is one particular resource, and we have been operated many operations in on this particular table. Okay, table is one kind of resource here, and wanted to create whatever the so whatever the objects I have listed here. All these objects are supposed to be gets created by you and gets navigated by you. Navigation in the sense DML operations, data manipulation operations. All these things could be gets happened here. So if you want to operate, create one particular object, and if you want to navigate one particular object, so then you need to have this particular privilege, because so connection ability is there with your user. Then you need to so have some kind of particular creation and navigation of so-called objects must be existed through you. That could be satisfied with resource. So these two will be always been existed with any kind of user, whatever the user you could consider. But some number of users are there, very specific and prominent users which have been created by Oracle Corporation or any other kind of corporation, any other kind of application. I'm specifically speaking towards so Oracle only. In Oracle, SYS DBA, System DBA, System Database Administrator, that is the first user, which does have three privileges. And then SYS TEM, System, which does have three privileges. And these two will be existed here. These two are been considered as super users for the entire SQL databases. Okay, Oracle based entire SQL database. So these two are supposed to be considered as super users. These super users does have all these privileges. Okay, and if you consider so SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server, thereby ADMIN is the, so this is for SQL Server. SQL, okay, MS, so SQL Server. Admin is the specific user which is called as a super user and which does have all privileges which are available with us, what I have given as a list here. So that is a connect, resource, and DBA. Okay. So if you have a DBA privilege with you, if you have a DBA privilege with you, then you could able to create a user and you could able to create a materialized view. Otherwise, these two cannot be gets created here. I'll show you how to how to do these two. Let me create one user for you. So to creation of one particular user, you'd like to take this particular command, create user. Previously we have been used to create a table because the table is one object. Because of that particular object we have been taken, so table as our keyword. Now we are trying to create one more object, that is user. So create user. So username, so whatever the username you could consider, identified, identified, identified by, so the password, whatever the password you are trying to put over there. So it could be gets created only your user. It doesn't create any other. I mean, it doesn't give you these kind of resources. Let me say privileges, or not resources, privileges. These kind of privileges cannot be given by operating this particular command here. Let me create one more thing. So create user. My username is class, for example. Okay, let me consider. Okay, class 1 is my username, identified by, so class ONE123, for example. Let me consider something like this. So if you have DBA permission, then it could be gets created. If you don't have DBA permission, it could not. Look at that. So invalid username. Okay, class cannot be taken into consideration. One moment, please. So here is one specific point. I do not remember this particular point anytime. So let me open my, from right away from Oracle 12 onwards, one small session could be gets altered while creating any kind of user. Why it is not opening? Still it is not opening. One moment. Probably you also have some problem while you are not listening to me, I think. Huh? I'm not audible. One moment. Yeah. That's what it's. So there is a session which could be used to specify with your with Oracle 12 onwards. Before Oracle 12, it doesn't happen here. So it doesn't there with us. So this Oracle alter session set Oracle script equal to true. This particular command must be operated here. This particular command must be operated here before going to use any kind of user here. Okay. Yes, the session has been altered. Then you have to create your username. Then you have to create a username. Yes, it has been created. Even then, this particular command can be gets operated. So if you don't have any, so DBA permission, it could not be created. Could not be, user could not be gets created here. Let me trying to connect this particular connect this to this particular username here. Let us try here. Then so connect CONNECT, connect CLASSONE class 1. So normally if you want to connect like this, class 1, so class ONE123. This is my password here. So look at this. Look at this. So create class 1 lacks of create session privilege. You don't have any. So create, I mean, let me say, wait for a while. So let me say this connection, this particular property or privilege cannot be there with you, so that it is not supposed to be taken into consideration. Now, if you want to do the same kind of operation, if you want to give that privilege to your user, what you are supposed to do? You just do like this: grant. So privileges to username. So this is the way. Whatever the privilege you could consider, those so-called privilege must be granted to that particular username here. You have to give this particular username. Now, before going to take this one, apply for show user. So I did not connect it to anywhere else, because I am trying to connect to one particular user and which is not available here, so that our user has been lost. You are not connected to anybody. So that is why connect copy, and the password is yes, it has been connected. Now you could go ahead with show user. Yes, I was there with Gopi. Now you have to operate. So once you have to get the particular user, then you have to give permissions to so-called username here. Grant. My permission is connect to CLASSONE. If you are supposed to take this one, yes, grant is succeeded. Now, if you are trying to operate this connection, yes, it could be connected. Okay. Look at this. Now we're trying to create a small table for this one, because resource privilege is not there with you. So create table name is a, whatever it may be. I have created a fake table. It is not useful for us. A as a number of some 3. So let me take this one. Look at this. Insufficient privileges. You don't have a resource privilege here. You don't have resource privilege here. So that is why you have to give such kind of resource privilege to this particular user, that is class 1 here again. So therefore, you need to connect to, once again, connect to its parent. Parent is Gopi. So password is, okay, connected. Then grant. So RESOURC resource to the class 1 ONE. Yes, grant is succeeded. Then again, you need to connect to this particular user again. Yes, it's been connected. Then trying to create one particular table here. Now you could see, yes, table has created. So finally, what exactly you need to understand through this particular exercise here is, so you need to understand, so this particular exercise will be gives you always connect will be gives you so connection to the database, and resource will be gives you so to create and navigate the resources, otherwise objects of SQL. Okay, these two could be given here. So finally, this is the create table command, and subsequently, after it gets created, immediately you have to give so this particular command, grant. So grant, so connect followed by resource to username. These must be given. So these two commands must be gets operated to create one particular user. Okay, and now you could see, as far as this particular point, so this class 1 does not have any DBA. We did not give any DBA permission so far within this particular exercise. Now you are trying to create one particular user, another user using, look at this show user. You could take this particular username class 1. Now I am trying to create username is TWO, whatever the username it may be, it could not be created. So TWO is my username, identified by so TWO123, for example. Look at this. So invalid common user or role name. So previously it has been comes as so insufficient privileges will be the command. What exactly you have to come? You have to get this particular error message. But right now, because of not having insufficient privileges, it could be taken something like this. Okay. Even then, if you are supposed to operate this particular command, alter session, something like this, if you are supposed to operate this one, so it could not be gives you a chance to operate here. It should not be gives you a chance to operate here. So look at this, insufficient privileges. You don't have particular privileges to use so that it could not be able to create so username, because the DBA privilege cannot be there. This privilege cannot be there with you. Because of not having this particular privilege, you could not create here, because already we have seen, we have created class 1 and we're trying to give, so not trying to, we have given, so connect and resource to class 1 here. So therefore, it is unable to have this particular privilege, so that you could not create one more user from class 1. Okay, that is what you need to remember here. And if you want to remove this particular class 1, otherwise, where exactly all users will be loaded, where exactly whether this user has been created or not, how could you see? How could you see in the sense? So that is the table, data dictionary table, which is called as all underscore users. There is a table. So you could take this particular, select everything from this particular table, then obviously how many users are there you could see. So select everything from, so all underscore users. So far, these are the users. Oh, as much as many. Okay, set lines, some 500, set pages 50, for example. Now let me operate this particular command. You could see. So these are the different kinds of users which are available with us. So SYS, AUD SYS, system, what I told you just before, and then many, as much as many. GP user, Oracle, something like this. At the end, our users could be there. Here you could see Gopi is 106 is my user ID name, ID number, and class 107 is the ID number. And if you want to drop out this particular user, first of all, you need to move to its parent. Parent in the sense it's the previous user. So connect. So Gopi. Yes, connected. Now, simply speaking, wanted to remove that particular user from your list, then drop user. So user name. Similarly, whatever the command you have used for dropping a particular table, so instead of table, you have to put it as a user. Okay, look at this. Drop user. Username is class ONE, class 1. Yes, it has been administrative. Okay, so administrative cannot drop administrative users. Okay, let us see. Just now we have changed our username, so that I'd like to connect this one. So take this particular thing. Then you have to operate this one. Okay. Class 1 does have some cascade. So we'd like to see what would be the reasons for not dropping this one. So we'd like to see, actually this could be done by sysdba. Using sysdba, you can drop out this one. I did not remember whatever the password I have given at that moment here. So okay, I'll show you after some other time. There is no problem for this one. Okay, in this way you can navigate so-called user here, so-called user in this way. Now, let us see the view. So view is an imaginary part of a table. Okay. So if you consider any table does have its own so columns, and some particular data will be existed for any particular kind of table. If you want to combine one or two tables, so normally you people are expected to display some kind of data by using selection over there. So that selection could be done so by taking the assistance of some particular table, something like this. If you want to display the contents of every employee, then you have to type this one, select everything from EMP. So like this you have been taken, and it could be displays you some kind of output. And if you write any join over there, So on EMP and DEPT, you maybe write something like select. So EMP dot DEPT NO, comma, D name, comma, E name. So from EMP and DEPT, EMP, comma, DEPT. So it could be display something to you, DEPT, where, let me go for second line. So where EMP dot DEPT NO will be equal to DEPT dot DEPT NO. For example, if you take something like this, obviously it could be gives you some output out there. So let me show you how this particular output could be produced as far as this particular point will be. So this is the output. I want to make this particular output permanent. Normally, if you operate a CLR SCR, so obviously everything will be vanished. So this is the command. If you execute this particular command, you could get the output back. Okay, if you operate CLR SCR, everything will be gets cleared. So output cannot be shown to you. Then I wanted to make this particular output permanent. So the permanent will be done by using this particular view. View is an imaginary part of your table. Okay, an imaginary part of your table. So let me give you very clear information here. So look at this, select everything from EMP. So look at this particular table. So here we do have for 10th department and 20th department and 30th department. Several departments are here. And all these several departments are trying to have their own data. So here we have only 14 people, so that the data which is related to all departments will not be, so that much huge amount of data is not there. So that is why so we could able to see everything here. I wanted to see so-called 20th department details completely, so without using employee. So then how could you done? In the sense, you have to create one imaginary portion of your table. That imaginary portion is view. Look at this. How could you create? Create view. So view name is select, subquery. I hope that this is not is, this is either it is or as, however, whatever it may be. Okay. So this is the way you can create a view name. So as you have to take this particular subquery here. Okay, subquery here. Let us examine this one. Let us examine. So create view name is DEPT DEPT 20. Otherwise EMP underscore DEPT underscore 20 is my view name. So as select, so everything from EMP where DEPT NO will be equal to 20. I would like to store this particular data permanently. It is as, not is, it is as. Okay. So here you have been created one particular user, one particular view, that view pertaining only 20th department information. Look at this. The remaining navigation will be same. Select everything from, so previously EMP have been operated. Right now EMP underscore DEPT underscore 20. It is my actual view name. Look at this. All 20th department information has been secured properly. So if you add one more person into employee, which is who are related to this particular 20th department, obviously it could be also reflected in view. Okay. So let me introduce some data here. Let me introduce insert. So into table name is EMP. My original table name EMP. So values. So first one is 1, 2, 3, 4, and employee name. So Hari is my employee name. Job is so PRO. Sorry, professor, for example. So manager number is let me say who is the manager of this one. 7566. 7566 is his manager. Hire date is so 01 hyphen APR. Otherwise JUN June. June, so hyphen 2020. Okay, June is not June, July. Yeah, we are already Then there is no commission because of not having any commission null. And I have been stored here. I have been sent this particular fellow to. So otherwise, let me take one more clerk instead of a professor. Let me consider as CLERK. Okay. So I have been posted him. Salary has been missed, I think. Salary is so 1500, comma, commission, no commission, and the department is 20. Okay, let us take this particular. Yes, one row has been introduced. Look at this, select everything from, so EMP. You could see one more new fellow. Where is this? One more new fellow, which was introduced by me just before. Okay, also select this particular data. So you could see one more new fellow who were introduced. Okay, let us consider view is a mirror. So whatever the modifications in our face or body, if you stand in front of a mirror, whatever the modifications you are having in your body, everything will be visible. Similarly, if any modification will be done through this particular base table, which is called as original table name table is called as base table, any modifications will be happen through base table. So the base table referring views must be so modified based on that. If I would let me operate commit here. Yes, everything been succeeded, and you could not remove that particular data unless you maybe operate delete. Okay, so if I would delete the data from EMP of this particular data, whatever I have entered just before, delete. So from uh, from EMP where EMP_NO will be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. If I would delete this particular thing, so you could see. So select everything from EMP. Yes, row has been deleted. There is no 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Row has been deleted. Similarly, you have to operate this particular command also. Where is this? Yeah, this particular command also. Here also not available. Whatever the modifications, because this EMP_DEPT_20 has taken. So select everything from employee where department number equal to 20. That is the view subquery has taken here. So if any modifications could be happen on this base table, same kind of modifications could also be takes place here. Okay, at any moment of time, those modifications could be takes place here. So therefore, a view can be always used to consider as imaginary part of a table. Imaginary part of a table here. So you can create one particular view. So like this, create view name. So as so and so and so. Okay, some subquery can be used here. In this way, you could create your view, and you could also drop your view. There is no problem at all. Drop view. View name is EMP_DEPT_20. Yes, you could able to drop. There is no problem at all. Without having any hesitation, the view has been dropped here. Okay, however, let me create one more time for a while. Let me show you whether, whether that could be shown to you in your tab or not. So select everything from TAB, tables. Look at this. Where is this particular table? Yeah, this one, which is as view. You could see, which has been created as view here. Okay, this view could be always referring the table, EMP table. This table has been referred by this particular view here. Whereas if you consider one more kind of thing is there, that is materialized view. So it's also one kind of view. So what is the difference between these two will be view is always updating based on the updations will happen in base table. In base table, some kind of updations will be there. Those updations will be reflected in view. Whereas a materialized view, it is a snapshot, as like as a photograph. Photograph in the sense, if you took a particular photograph in our at the age of 10, right now you could take one more photograph right now what you are. So those two cannot be same. Okay. So it is as like as a materialized view in the sense, it is as like as a snapshot. It is as like as a snapshot. It could also be created something like this. Same. There is no difference at all. But only difference is it has been so taken one more materialized view. MEATERILIZED. Materialized view as view name subquery. Everything is same. But wanted to create this materialized view, you must have DBA permission. Without having DBA permission, you could not create it. Okay, let us see. So create materialized view name is EMP some 10, department number 10 I'm trying to create as select. So everything from so EMP where DEPTNO will be equal to 10. What is this? VIEW. That is the missing here. Not VIEW, not VEIW. VIEW. Topographical mistake. Yes, your materialized view has been created. Now, previously we did small modification in terms of this particular 10, 20. I have introduced one particular data into 20. Now, let us see what is the content of this materialized view. So select everything from so EMP10. So this is the materialized view name. Yes, this is the data. Let me trying to insert into employee, insert into EMP, the base table EMP values. So let me introduce only one or two columns values. EMPNO, E name, then followed by DEPTNO. Only for these three columns, I'd like to enter the data because the rest of the columns just as it is. We would like to eliminate the values. So here EMP is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 1, 1, 1. And then followed by some Raja is the name, and he wanted to put into 10th department here. Yes, row has been created. Look at this. Look at this too. Select everything from so EMP. Yes, one row has been introduced in department number 10. So normally, if you think in the point of view, so you maybe think that yes, it could be reflected in materialized view also. No, it could not. So select everything from so EMP 10 here. So it could not be reflected here. If you are trying to introduce some data into this particular materialized view, what would be happen? Let us see. Insert into materialized view name is EMP10. So values. Okay, let me take only one or two. EMPNO, then DEPTNO, only these two. So values. EMPNO is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 4. So department number is 10. So look at this. Data manipulation operation is not legal on this view. You are not supposed to operate any kind of data manipulation operation. Data manipulation is an insertion, deletion, or updation. If you want to delete data, I mean, I don't want to so keep this particular data for my table, that is EMP10, wanted to delete. So operate delete from so EMP10. So where EMPNO is equal to 7934. If I would operate this one, same kind of operation. Look at this. Okay, you never operate any kind of data manipulation operations on a materialized view. Whereas in view, so look at this. This is the view name EMP underscore DEPT underscore 20. It is the view. So I wanted to insert one particular data, insert into EMP underscore DEPT underscore 20. So sorry, 20. Wanted to introduce EMPNO. So E name followed by DEPTNO. Let me introduce only these three. So values will be so 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Comma. So name is some Kumar. Then followed by 20. If I would introduce this one, yes, it could be created. And if you go ahead and select your base table, yes, it could be reflected over there also. It could be reflected over there also. You could see it could be reflected here also. So data has been introduced into view. So it could be reflected here. And if you go ahead and display the contents of that particular thing, yes, it could be happen or it could be reflected here also. Okay. So in views, you could operate deletions, updations, insertions, everything could be gets happen. Whereas in materialized view, it cannot be. Data manipulation operation could not be legal in materialized views. This much you need to remember. You must be remember here. So Materialized view is a snapshot and which never operates any kind of data manipulation operation, something like that, delete, insert, or updation. It could not be taken by materialized view. Whereas in terms of view, yes, vice versa operations will be checked here. So this is materialized view, this is view, and this is the way how to create a user here. That tomorrow we'll see what is a sequence, where exactly you have to use sequence, and what are set operations they will be completed. And one more thing, that is index and synonym. Everything will be gets completed. Day after tomorrow we'll enter into theory. Okay, time is going to finish up. Okay, okay. 16 people have attended. Okay, however.